Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the Big Bang Theory. This is our 13th episode of the 11th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for the link in the description below. Just click on it, put a password in, and enjoy. So last episode, it was basically an experiment. Who's going to be the best man? Who's going to be the maid of honor? And the gang was kind of put through a series of tasks, unbeknown to them, that is what Amy and obviously Sheldon was doing. They were setting up puzzles. He was asking, can you take me to the store? Can you do this? Can you do that? They was ranking everybody. They was grading them on a system. Now Leonard, bottom of the pile, who was succeeding right at the very top. Well, Penny was winning as well, which is very interesting. And, you know, we had a discussion, was basically saying, you know, if you have to pick one person, strategically, logically, probably, Leonard would be, you know, Sheldon's, and Penny would be, obviously, Amy's. Just because they're the best friends, you know what I mean? Like, the whole group is a collective of the best friends, but, like, singularly solely, it's them. And, you know, I would say me, if I could, in real life, I would see if I could just split the load, make everybody happy, not want anybody to kind of feel left out, and, you know, I'd give everybody a little task to do, do you know what I mean? However, you know, they was doing their experiments, they was going through it, and then they ended up settling on the exact people that we said. Leonard being the best man, and, well, she was going to offer Bernadette the maid of honor, but she ended up giving it to Penny because Penny actually acknowledged that Amy was her best friend, and that was it. It was just game over from there. It was her all day, all the way. Now, it's been a couple of episodes before, you know, well, we've seen Bernadette get out of bed, and I'm assuming that she's got a pop very soon, so maybe we're going to get another brother or sister for Harley. I don't know. It's going to be exciting, though. Pregnancy is surely going to happen because she has been a little bit absent. And obviously, I'm excited to see what we do. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Hey, look what I got, everybody.
Newspapers? Find a portal back to the 1990s?
That he'd be trying to prevent NSYNC from breaking up.
The smell of ink and paper. One more reason iPads are better. Oh, look, they still have Far Side. Well, I don't get that one.
Oh, he's pushing when he should be pulling.
It's under things to do this weekend.
I can't find it. What
Do you reckon it's so small like
What's
that?
a thing to do this weekend?
You know, while we're bragging, the Journal of Prosthetic Medicine just wrote up the project that Howard and I are working on.
He's doing impressive work.
What have you been working on these days?
Whoa, where'd that come from?
Where did what come from?
I try to be supportive, and you break out the hot lights and the rubber hose. Believe this guy?
I did it!
It looks like a hat. You can open it up.
It's also a hat.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
How do you want to play this? Do you want to pretend like nothing's bothering you and blow up later, or do you just want to be a maniac right now? That way, if you want to talk, I'll be flushing my sinuses.
When I berated Leonard, it was a clever ruse to conceal the fact that I'm not working on anything.
Well, I think I speak for everyone when I say no. Well, maybe this is the perfect opportunity to take some time for yourself and refocus.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Hey, can I stay here? Sheldon kicked me out.
Just about to watch a little TV. You're welcome to join us.
Thanks. I'll be right with you. I just have to do my neti pot.
Mate, that's hanging that.
Hey, what do you think we should open our show with? Thor and Dr. Jones, or let's get astrophysical?
I think we should start with something that gets them up on their feet.
Instead of blowing the roof of this place, we can gently lift it off and set it quietly down in the backyard.
I'm set to Watson on Baker Street. Come on, doctor, time to move them feet.
Nice going!
Sorry, I'll get her. 1 sec.
You bought diapers, right?
Be right back.
Go into the stuff. I think it's interesting that we're rocking with, pun not intended, with Raj's hair being curly now. I actually can't believe if that was or is his natural hairstyle, that we've gone 11 seasons in actually straightening it. But I actually think that's pretty mad, to be honest. I mean, it's different seeing him now. It doesn't look bad. It actually doesn't. I just feel like it's a proper commitment to do that for every episode if his hair was naturally curly. And like, mate, when he said Foreign Dr. Jones as well, Foreign Dr. Jones, that's literally what they do, like, and they say it just constantly all the time, don't they? But that, it's catchy. You know, sometimes some crap songs are just catchy, like Smelly Cat. Or this one as well, you know, like where she rubs it on him. It's pretty much the same as well. Soft Kitty. You know, terrible songs. All of them are. Let's be honest, but they all stick in your head.
Scratch paper, check. Whiteboard, check. Chex Mix, check. Mother.
Hi there, Shelley. You will never believe who I ran into at the barbecue festival.
I am right in the middle of some very important work. I don't have time for this right now.
Then why did you answer the phone?
Because you raised me to be polite. Now stop bothering me.
Okay, sweetheart, I'll talk to you then.
You guys do anything fun after dinner?
Actually, Amy came back over and we hung out. Did you know that we're both spelling bee champs?
Hey, we are still on for band practice this evening?
Oh, shoot. I promised I would take Hallie over to Bernadette's parents.
Okay, I guess I'll have to cancel. Toby Greenbaum will have to become a man without us.
The one who breaks up the band. You know, maybe you should think about replacing me.
No, I bet Bert could do it. He plays guitar. I'm gonna go ask him.
Okay, I think it's ready.
Should we put on safety goggles?
Well, the funnest fun is the safest one, so yes.
What's all this?
Oh, Amy and I were talking about old science fair projects and how fun it would be to recreate them.
I remember telling Jenny Runyon that I would teach her how to flirt with boys if she put my name on her project. I got an A, she got pregnant. Look at that. Wow, that's amazing.
The crystallization is an exothermic process, so the ice is actually hot.
I won first place for this.
So did I.
I threw Jenny's baby shower.
Let's do something we can all enjoy.
Hey, you want to watch that show you like where people want to buy a house and then they do?
Oh, no, you guys do your experiments. I'll go pick up dinner.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you're having science fun, and I don't want to interfere.
The answer is 1 in 18 million.
What is?
The odds of you running into Mr. Watkins.
Shelley, I have bad news. Mr. Watkins passed this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. What are the odds of that?
Call you back.
Calculate the amplitude.
All right.
She's considering going to speak to Sheldon. That's how bad it is, you know what I mean?
Sheldon? Sheldon? Sheldon?
It's annoying when you do it. Yeah, that is an experiment to see how many parallelograms I could draw while holding my breath. That is a list of all the different types of natural disasters.
Firequake?
I made that one up. First, my mother kept answering the phone when I called, even though she knew I was busy. And now you show up with my favorite shape of food, a circle made of triangles served in a square box. Are you mocking me?
About rocks?
Better, it's about a boulder. A boulder has a diameter greater than 25.6 centimeters. Alone in my temple, in the middle of Peru. A giant stone ball with nothing much to do. But if you steal my idol, I will roll right over you.
6 tons of granite and a vacation
Vibing.
This is fun. Playing with popsicle sticks, exploring ways to store kinetic energy. Hey, can I ask you a question? I was gonna ask if being married felt any different. Sheldon and I are in a really great place right now, and I don't want anything to mess that up. His work is important to him. One of the things I find the sexiest about him. Well, that and...
Yo, that is well sick. You know what, right? Marriage shouldn't make any difference at all. However you feel today should be exactly the same tomorrow. But, obviously you're married. And the reason why you get married, personally, is to show that you are committed to that person. You want to be with that person forever and a day. And from the minute, obviously, you wake up to the moment you die after you get married, do you know what I mean? It's time spent with them. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, it shouldn't affect your life. I mean, if anything, your life should get better. But at the end of the day, the feeling should just be the same. You should just be as happy as you was before. You know what I mean? It shouldn't really change any of your day-to-day activities unless you never actually live together. You know what I mean? Like, some people actually get engaged and marry real quick, and then they're like, oh, do you know what? Realise that we've not even got a house or a family. Do you know what I mean? And then they move in, and theirs is a bit harder because they've not had the strain of the moving in phase, you know what I mean? The getting to know the messy stage. You know, you could have your apartment, they could have theirs, and you think you're all good with it, but then when you move in together, one doesn't even do the pots. You know what I mean? Shit all over the side, clothes left all over the floor, starts getting to you, it grates you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, these have lived together, been together for 5 years. She knows him inside and out. She knows all his traits, all his weirdness, all his goodness. You know what I mean? Things that he likes, things that he don't like, how neat and tidy he is, and all that. So, like, when they get married, There should be no surprises. It should just be the same as yesterday, technically, but you're now man and wife.
And then I was thinking about inventing a new dark matter particle to evade the omega baryon constraints, but that just seems like something anyone could come up with. I left string theory, which I've been working on for a long time, and everyone was talking about how cool dark matter was.
So it's your rebound science.
It does make sense what she's saying
Not
there.
the science you spend the rest of your life with, but the one you use to make yourself feel pretty again.
I never forgot about string theory. It's remarkable. It's the closest we've come to a theory of everything, something even Einstein couldn't figure out. String theory posits that the fundamental particles we see in 3 dimensions are actually strings embedded in multidimensional space-time.
What is happening?
I was trying not to wake you.
Did it work? You said you were taking a break from the band to help with me and the baby.
Yes, and write an astronaut musical. Good news, I'm back in the band.
So Bernadette doesn't mind?
It was her idea.
It's free for me. I want to hear him
Like
all
a
vibing.
guitar string, but instead of making an actual sound, each vibration is a different particle.
Precisely. This is not the sort of thing we can figure out in a night. People have been stuck on this for decades.
What, decades? Really? It's a string. How hard can it be? It's straight, it's in a loop, it gets knotted up with other strings.
Logically speaking, that has a lot of interesting possibilities.
How long did that take me? Like a minute?
You're getting us dinner.
Sorry, I had to stop at Sheldon's and help him solve string theory.
What?
Yeah, it turns out the answer's knots.
That's cute, but you can't have knots in more than 4 dimensions.
You can if you consider them sheets. Good night.
Hebrews and Shebrews. We are footprints on the moon. Her song is about the greatest boulder in the history of cinema. Alone in the temple in the middle of Peru, a giant stone ball with nothing to do.
If you steal my idol, I will roll right over you.
Gonna bust you. You took my idol. I'm homicidal. Gonna roll over you till your brains come out, and your bones will crunch, and your blood will spout. I'm not just a rock, baby. I'm a boulder.
Raj always looks like he's vibing in everything that he does. I actually do love him when he's in them situations. I personally don't think that Howard's got a bad voice, me. You know, we've seen him loads of times sing. I remember the first one that sticks in my head is like when he broke up, or he was trying to win Bernadette back, and he's like, Bernadette! You know, like in the Cheesecake Factory. And then obviously we've had it where she had to, you know, be isolated, you know what I mean, quarantined. Then he come and he sat behind the glass there, and he was all there singing, all the gang behind him, do you know what I mean? And then we've seen other ones where he's been on karaoke. I mean, it's amazing that his impressions, and obviously here singing as well. Like, there's many times on the show that he's actually expressed a decent sort of singing level. I personally think anyway, because I'm shocking and I sound like Bert. Like, literally. Like, at least Howard has some sort of, like, tone and a little bit of control where Bert literally doesn't. It's pretty terrible. And I like how he's been kind of used a little bit more. I'm not saying it's an amazing character, but, like, I've been consistent on, like, recurring characters and seeing people dip in and out, you know what I mean? You usually have a 24-episode season. If you use Bert 2 times, Leonard's mum 2 times, Sheldon's mum 2 times, you know what I mean? They're 6 episodes in, so that's a quarter of the season done with a bit of cameos, you know what I mean? Then you can start throwing Stuart in for more than half the season. It's just easy. It's just riffing off everybody, and it just makes it a lot better. Do you know what I mean? And I remember that time when I can't remember what he was celebrating now, but we brought Leslie back for an episode. It's like, mate, Leslie, do you remember when she was recurring in the first 2 seasons? Like, she was a great character. What happened? Do you know what I mean? Like, they make impacts on us and we like it. And obviously, I'm actually really happy that Bert's kind of been utilised a little bit more this season. Hey, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, another episode down. Bernadette, small cameo. She didn't make it in last episode, but today she had it in a little bit. I thought we weren't going to see her again. Yeah, she's still bedbound. Actually pretty mad, isn't it? You know, she must be heavily pregnant. I'm, like I said, calling. It was real life. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see when she does have the baby, you know, how much she's actually going to be in the show. Because you see people in real life, like, once they have kids, like, they don't want to, you know, kind of leave them. We've seen it in the Vampire Diaries, or whatever you call it, the originals, where Rebecca, she had a kid, Claire Hall, and she had to take some time away because she wanted to obviously spend time with the child. So maybe we get that here. I actually don't know. It's going to be interesting. But, you know, the band, it was rocking, it was rolling in the, you know, at the end of the episode there at the bar mitzvah, and didn't look like the children was having fun, but they was certainly vibing. And obviously it's mad because, well, I was going to say, Bert's come and he's brought a bit of rock into it, and, you know, that is pun intended as well, because he absolutely loves his rock stunny as well. His voice does kind of fit the kind of, you know, like that kind of like type of music, if I'm being totally honest. And it's interesting that, you know, Sheldon is kind of on his rebound of science, if that makes sense, because he was hardcore, you know, loving string theory, and he was thinking, do you know what, I've been doing this for years, everybody's been doing it for years, we're not really making any progress, I feel like I need to change fields. And he went into dark matter, and he has talked about it quite a bit. It does seem like he has got a bit of passion for it, but like not the same as string theory level. You know, you can see in today's episode he was trying to, you know, solve some mysteries, you know what I mean. He was trying to pump himself up, trying to get himself involved and excited, and he kept kind of like segueing and diverting and calling his mum and getting involved in different things here and there, and not really focusing straight on the point. And when Penny come in and started talking about, you know, string theory, something that he's actually got his full-on straight passion for, you know, you could see the elation, the gloatiness, you know what I mean, like the happiness in his voice. And he was quick to talk about it, working on it, writing on the board and working with Penny, and maybe that's a field that he goes back to. Do you know what I mean? He went into string theory, took a break, went to dark matter, and now he needs to go back to the string theory. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I do think it's kind of mad that ever since the show started in season 1, we've always been talking about winning a Nobel Prize, and all the way up until season 11, he's not really done anything in science at all. Now, he is the smartest person out of his gang. However, he's probably the least successful, achievable person, you know what I mean, that's actually done something, which is kind of strange, you know what I mean. He's always talking about the Nobel Prize, but never actually getting it. Maybe we do that in the next season. Maybe he does something in string theory, or hits something amazing, and he gets his prize, and we end it on a massive high. I don't know. I'm excited to see it, and I'm hoping that he does go back to it as well, because I'd like to see them a little bit more in the work environment. But thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.